I think people really detest talking about money, right? They really do, just about everything. And in one of the areas you really need to talk about it a lot is the area of caregiving, because it's going to come up. And it's part of the reason why I have to ask myself, how the hell did I get here? Money. Money is part of the reason. Now, one thing I have to give to my mom really did give a great piece of advice. And she only said it one time, but I never forgot it. Just do not rely on a man to financially support you. He can get sick, he can leave you, he can die. So always some way have your own money. And to my mom's credit, she really did. I do admire the fact that she really did make sure that she had her own money. Even when she was a stay-at-home mom, if she would put some money aside in a little book and keep some cash on hand for herself. She actually would do, back in the day, the original side hustle of selling encyclopedias. And she did, so she would make her own money up until the time she went back to school, got her associates, and worked. So, and I always did admire about that, and I never forgot that. So when at the start of my caregiving journey, I actually was unemployed. I kind of had failed to maintain that advice. Stayed at home with my kids. Don't regret it. I mean, I really enjoyed being with them, but financially, it cost me years. So when it was time for me to come to my folks' house, I was in debt. I didn't have a job outside of doing rideshare. I had some money, but not a lot. No retirement. 49 years old. And retirement I did have, I actually had to break open to save, try to save a house that was going under foreclosure. And that was a whole other thing for another day. But I was broke, busted, and disgusted. So when I moved into my folks' home, so it was in part economic duress. I was not in a position to move closer, but not with them. And I believe that really would have made all the difference. I would never advise, unless, I mean, and I get it. Everybody's situation is different, right? These economic times are really hard. It's hard to live by yourself, the way rent is and everything. But if you can do it, I do recommend that people really stay closer, but not with the folks, or if they move into your space, because part of being in their home was I felt like I had positioned myself in a very weak position, not being financially dependent. And I went from being financially dependent on my spouse to sort of kind of being dependent back on my folks, in that I really did need a place to live. And I did kind of live here, it quasi free, right? So I did get myself a certification, community health worker, and I made a point of having a job because I did not want my folks waving or dangling that my vulnerable position at and at any time saying to me, we want you to get out, or this is not working out. I always wanted to be, if something happened, if so go left, if I had to make a move, I could be in a position to take care of myself, because it's not beyond my folks to use money against me. They're very transactional, and that it was leverage. And it kind of happened throughout my life. So I didn't want to be, again, in a position where I felt like I was financially kind of under their thumb, or they're looking at me side eye, like, how come you don't have any money, or like, oh well, you're dependent on us, so you have to do what we say. And some of that played into the fact because I was not in my home, I was in their home. So that impacted me in terms of not feeling comfortable all the time, not feeling like I could have people over. They would question, even if I would wanted to have my kids come and visit, they would question that. I feel like, well, is it okay if they come and stay? I have to ask permission for my own kids to come and see me and stay with me, even though it was a separate unit and it didn't have anything to do with it. It really makes you feel small when someone has economic advantage over you. And my folks love that. If there's a financial cost to doing this, when I was coming from Delaware to Ohio, I had to pay gas, I had to pay tolls, I had to pay maintenance on my car. I did that, and then of course there is being in the home. I paid for not rent, but I did cover my electric in the unit I was staying in. And there would be times when I would just give them that money. It wasn't a lot of money, like 50, 60 bucks, but my folks treated me as if I was a poacher, a squatter, and they would want to see that money the first of the month. I'm like, damn it, it's just, again, part of the humiliation, I think, process of doing it. How the hell did I get here? How the hell did I end up in a situation where this is part of it? So when I did, at the end of as we're going through the pandemic, I got my certification. Thank goodness I got a job and started to work. Been working now for 5 years. The upside of being in this position was I could kind of begin to squirrel away some money. I need to be better at it, but I could squirrel away money at it. But I would never advise anybody, if you can help it, to not quit your job, because you can be in such a place of vulnerability without having income in. And then we're older. Many of us are becoming caregivers in our 50s, in our 60s. And this is the last few years that we have to build finances for ourselves. It is a catastrophe in the making if we're not positioning ourselves to be financially secure in some way. Like I said, I have blown my retirement in early. I made so many stupid mistakes because I didn't follow my mom's first rule of financial self-preservation. And my folks were really good at that. But I'm on track with that now, and I am very, very much intentional about it. And I guess that's one of the up lessons of it. And I was taking advantage of the fact that I didn't have to pay X dollars of rent somewhere else, but there was a price to be paid for that. Now it's funny how my folks would feel that I should pay for the lights in the unit where I stay in. But you know what my folks never believed? That the money should come my direction. Now, when I first started in the early years, my dad would kind of give me a few bucks because he did recognize I was traveling a long way. And it was helpful. But you know who had a real problem with it? My mom. Oh, she couldn't understand why he would give me $1. Because in her mind, I don't need it. And why are we giving me anything? There was actually a time where he actually had to sneak me a check and all, and not to let her know about it. That's how ruthless it would get. My folks were very good at holding on to their money. And that wasn't a bad thing, because it did serve them to be able to take care of themselves in their older years, and I'm not mad at it. My folks also had a tendency to be generous. They would tithe, they would tip, they gave to the grandkids. But you know who they would not give to? That is right. When you do something for free, people have no respect for you. None. And being the help for free, the labor, was never respected. Now, if they had to pay somebody, you know how much they would have to pay per month in this state? Anywhere from $6,000 to $16,000 per month, perhaps, depending on where they were. So I had the nerve one time to ask them for gas money. I've been chauffeuring them everywhere, to the store, to the mall, to doctor's appointment, anywhere they wanted to go. Any other person taking them somewhere, they're going to shove a couple dollars in their pocket just because that's what they feel you should do. But me, I was waiting. I've been doing this for years. And I would say things sometimes, yeah, my tank is getting close to empty. Crickets, nothing. So finally, I asked him one time, I said, look, I want $60 a month for gas. What? What you want that for? And my dad was the big, I don't see why you want that. What do you need that for? It's because it costs gas to take you places. It costs gas to go to the grocery store. It costs gas to go pick up your lunch. Oh, I mean, it balked at. I just don't see that. Oh, now, wait a minute. You make sure that the first of the month, you damn near coming after me like a thief in the night to get a couple dollars for electric. I'm just asking for, out of all the things I do, I'm just asking for $60 for some gas. Oh, you thought I would ask for $1 million. And it wasn't so much about the $60. The point of it was respect. These people do not respect me, and they respect what they have to pay for. And I did it to kind of force them to be shown just a little bit of respect in this. They did it begrudgingly, and ain't that a bitch? All the things I do for you, all the money that I save per month, in the thousands of dollars, and it's not like they couldn't afford it. You know, a stranger off the street, if they had drove them down to the corner, oh, they would have shoved $10 in their pocket easily. Me? Yeah, not even. How the hell did I get here? How the hell do I get out of here? Thank you for continuing on this journey. Join me a new episode 6 p.m. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. They drop right here on the YouTube channel. If you want to interact with me more, TikTok, Caregiver Collaborative, and I hope to be coming to you live soon here on YouTube. See you soon. Thank you for joining this episode of How the Hell Did I Get Here? Be sure to tune in on Thursday for the next episode, and follow me on TikTok and _Caregiver Collaborative on Instagram. Subscribe here so you don't miss a thing.